Both these, ladies and gentlemen, the respective of reflectioning normally on a fun day for the mentor and for margin, for some optimization and some perfectioning equalize to alignment that influence of other interventioning of other from difficulty of contradiction of cult of two normality of genetic my problemification like a bonsai tree alignment, cut it not in metaphor, later some more. In homage of economic mentor, pronunciation of further improvement and development, a paradigma lighter solution of some military civil function like solar, GPS and internet and Collet out of NASA inventioning, hybrid and electro hamper, petroleum, rubber, gasoline out of Ford inventioning or influence of priority, vital tackling the possibility of hemp, natural organic opportunity, China solution and something out of the nuance of environment pollution by the side effectivity out of increasing the side effect of for the pollutioning and some other finding of society. Adaptability and compatibility for the charging like the cell phone for the whole world, for hybrid and electric cars. A positive visual recognition, also testification and personalization, pluralization of lower, middle, or rather medium or luxury market segment products in 3S, substantially SOS, substantially SPS, SBS T, and substantially out of the Harvard of the MIT summit and SOAB substantially for diversity of niche and saving market as a synergizing effect of mass production, factorization, and manufacturing by some solar solution and some other finding out of lower price solutioning for the productioning. With something out of my private communication that I must after people doesn't visualizing my publishing out of from paradigma of poetry of linguistic of semantic and syntax out of Edgar Allan Poe text that I have read the full works and of authenticity as a personality, similarity out of family, emancipation, racism, and fascism 1 and 2, and without to see something in the intonation of the political opinionation, the butchery of Luigi Benigni for an Oscar of Italy, which political opinion Benito Adolfo and the characteristic of my growing up in Germany. Also to see something of the silhouette of the visualization before my deformation out of my face and some childhood of some junior high school blue identity card picture that they had, the robbery without something out, the context to explanatory detail and some finding out some non-pleasuring or some short recognitioning effect of your time investment. Excuse also the Independence Day for Mexico, India, and Italy, some pronunciation of some public relation. For the complexity of some young girl that they had, that recognized that they had deleted twice time hacking my account, seeing sometimes since I was 5 plus places outside of Cologne and 100 kilometers away, or doesn't know where these cities are or ever, had never heard from those small towns. 8,000 for my 49th birthday of 8,206, and it interventioning by Bill Gates of 100 million, corruption payment for Julian Assange of 8,206, and Le Mans and Macron that I had not a visualization since 1990, my last visit of Milano, around about Milano in Italy, and the provincial characters of Le Prade, where the grandfather house is of Hussein Djavadi-Djaved. He is now funeralized, there was not in his house, visualization Macron. 8,260 over 8,600 vision wants to be bosses, playing out potentation and agitation of annexation, connexation, the explanatory for the genius tendency and constructive critic of 49th birthday, the profinoinotic and the comparison of Miley Cyrus and her father, in comparison of me, that the context had some other finding out of the detail relevation. Pleasuring was also the General Society of 2019 Visual Bank Card and similarity of Visual SIM card and similarity of MasterCard American face scanning with recognitioning of the advertising without finding out of the out to see the characteristic of big data and similarity of information age questioning of post-runner and post-pingo and telegraph and radio waves of Tesla, and the characteristic out of functioning the data for second exploitation of American Express and MasterCard. The reconstructive for diversity from face, iris, voice, and finger improvement by minimum 2 for authentic functioning for microestimation and micro and macro estimate would be my preparation of situation because of deformation of my 3 times romantic nose and also the crime of surgery of my symmetric jaw that I had joined. We could find out in some discussioning. The nostalgia effect and homage of the mentors and the empirical education as paradigma phrases and recitationing and recitation and remembrance. So around about 10 to 20 times in the last year of reflection out of this year, I had instantly some from trivialistic profundity of substantiality till the peak of the intellectual of their recommendation. And when I serve after this 40 years, it's a man of the with the iron mask, with the deformation modernistic of face that you could not finding out some anything of visualization of this crimes that they had increased after 93 and till from over the American identity of 1999 till over the crime of 2003, and without to say the detail and data, finding out the characteristic. General Text and Adam Smith was something that I pointed after recognitioning for and Karl Marx and the Capital for and then the protagonism of micro and macroeconomic, the development and the emerging nation, so finding out some improvement in the end of bureaucracy and similarity of the society and economic, and the octopus system and anagamy out of some octopus who kind of lost their arms, had the agility and mobility of Harvard and business. I think finding out some movement in the farming of elasticity, agility, and mobility. Excuse me, I must first.